Test 1, 2, 3. Hold up a sec. We got a few problemos. I think there wasn't any audio. Will this work? There we go. Now we can hear the music. Then we're gonna lower it a little bit, like that. That should be good then. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the 8th episode of the Bit Talk podcast. I'm joined today with the one and only insane content creator, the Australian goat, the person who switched from one genre to another genre to a third freaking genre. Saow Angel, applause everybody!
Hello.
Applause. But yeah, today we're basically going to chill. We're going to talk about a few stuff, ask him around, basically an interview type podcast. It's been a year actually since our last episode. A whole last year. I've been lazy as hell, but we're back. I'm ready to grind. Genuinely excited for this new direction that the podcast will be going. Got a few interesting plans, but first off, how are you doing, Sal? How has it been?
Doing well, pretty chill. I went drinking like yesterday, so I was pretty hungover, but
Shit.
I'm doing okay now.
What did you drink, bro? What did you drink?
So we drank a whole bottle of vodka, like me and my friends.
Holy, like a true slab, bro. Goddamn, even though you're so Australian.
Yeah, we were watching like Filthy Frank and then like playing Uno. Oh my god, it was actually peak.
That's correct. Wait, Uno?
Yeah. You know the card game?
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
That's a peak, absolute peak, experience with friends to have.
Yeah.
But yeah, how you introduce yourself to everybody, because there might be some people that don't know you for your content and just don't know you at all. So go ahead.
Yeah. So yes, hello, I'm Saow or Saow Angel. I initially started my YouTube channel with Osu content. So I did originally Osu tourneys and did Osu in general. But then I slowly shifted to making content about Maimai and rhythm games since I started to drift towards my interests towards there. And now I kind of do like, video game essays now. Because yeah, so you might know me for Osu. I feel like a lot of people know me for Maimai now, and then also maybe some of you might know me for my video essays, which is, I don't know, probably unlikely, but
we'll see. Yeah. We'll see. A lot of people are.
We'll see how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people saying hi, but yeah, let's start off. So, first question that we have is, how did you even find out about Osu in the first place? That's a really interesting thing.
Oh yeah, okay. It's a funny story because like, I think I really wanted to get to Step Mania because I saw like an AGDQ run of it, and then my brother saw me play like Step Mania, and then he said like, "Yo, this game's shit. You gotta try out this game called Osu."
What?
And he was showing it to me. He was playing like a 2-star map, but like for me that looked like really cool at the time, even though he was like failing like a 2-star map. So
yeah,
I ended up trying it out for myself, and then like I thought the game sucked, so I didn't touch it. And then I got my mom bought me a drawing tablet for my birthday, so that got me to like try Osu out again. And then it kind of like fell from that, continued from that, and then the whole COVID thing happened.
Oh.
And then that made me like get into Osu even more.
Oh god. So yeah, basically heard it from your brother, was it right?
Yeah.
From your brother, wasn't interested, even though you tried it out like as a replacement for State Mania, wasn't interested.
Yeah.
Then COVID hit, you previously got a tablet from your mother, and then you got hooked to the game. So you technically weren't instantly hooked to the game. What was the reason for that though?
I think it was because I sucked ass at it. That's probably why. And then I think not a lot of my friends, like none of my friends played it as well. So I was just like play Counter-Strike with my friends instead of playing Osu.
Yeah, so it's mainly because of the social aspect, and you just didn't get instantly hooked because it was a bit hard than usual.
Yeah, I feel like Osu is just a really hard game to get into for most people.
That is true though. A lot of people just try out the game for a few days and then afterward they just quit, never play it again, and that's about it. Maybe potentially after a few years they'll get hooked back into it, but usually that rarely happens. So yeah, that is completely understandable. Interestingly enough though, of course, for most stuff your username is Saow or Saow Angel, so what's the origin behind that username?
It's also a funny story which relates to the whole like brother introducing me to Osu, since like, oh, I wanted to try it out, but I was like, I don't think I was going to be like too serious or dedicated to it. So and then considering I saw it was a very like anime eccentric game, I just kind of thought of like Sword Art Online.
Oh god.
So then I named myself Saow Fan 420 because like, you know, I was just kind of making fun of it. And then Sword Art Online came from the fact because that was the only anime I knew at the time. I didn't know anime except like they ran Sword Art Online on the TVs. So that like came to my head. So I just made my name as a joke as Saow Fan 420. But then later on, I kind of changed it since, you know, I started to meet people from the community, and then they'll call me Sal for short instead of saying the whole name. So that stuck out to me, and then I feel like, you know, branding myself as Saow Fan 420 as a YouTube channel probably wouldn't do well, so I just cut it to Sal. And then the whole angel part just came from it came from the 2U song Low as Dirt. Like fuck, I forgot what the song was called again. It's like being low as dirt and taking everything that's important to me, I think, or taking what's important to me.
That's
long fucking name.
The 2U influence is kind of crazy. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I did not expect that. Okay.
Yeah, so I made my character based on that character from the music video.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, and then yeah, so unfortunately it had to be related towards 2U, and they don't have a really good reputation, so that sucked. Yeah, GG man, GG.
Okay, but how did you come up with the idea to create a YouTube channel though? So was it always called Saow Angel, or did you do something before creating also content?
Oh, I did. It's very embarrassing. I did MLG edits and shit posts.
No way.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah. So I used to be super into like MLG videos, so I wanted to make my own ones. So that's why I learned video editing, just to make MLG edits. And that channel, you know, I started making it when MLG was like starting to die, or like was dead. So that channel did not go anywhere. I think it had like 90 subscribers.
90.
Yeah, 90. Yeah, so it didn't go anywhere. I removed all the videos, so you can't find it.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, quite literally your first videos are also related, so they're up on the channel at least, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, on my channel, yeah. So
yeah, on your channel.
That was a different channel, so I made a completely new channel for Saow.
I mean, to be honest, every content creator goes through that phase where they like try out every like how do I say, like different categories for like certain games.
Yeah. And
then they get embarrassed from those videos and they just private them. So yeah, it makes sense.
Some of my friends, like IRL friends, still like reference those videos. They're like, oh, we missed like this one video from that, like we missed this one emoji video you made like 8 years ago. And I was like, oh, shut up. That's so cringe.
Okay. Interesting. So I mean, I did already ask you, so you didn't technically originally start with also content, but what made you start creating also content? How did you originally start, you know, making tournament content, and like, what was the thought process? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, cause I think shit, this is like 2 years ago. I have to like dig deep in my memory for this one, but with I think it was just like I wanted to do something during the summer break that I hadn't do something because I don't know, just to keep myself busy. So when I played through that tournament, thought, oh, let's make a video on it. I think that would be fun, and then I already have the experience from like editing videos from those MLG days, but it was definitely a different ballpark from jumping to MLG videos to like a 55-minute long like Osu like tournament documentary, if you want to call it like that. But I think like, and yeah, so initially I was pretty bad at it. Like I didn't know what I was doing, and then I also underestimated how long it'll take, and I just had uni at the time, so I was just like, it was such like a struggle for me to make that video initially, but I felt like, oh, I already put so much effort into it. I really need to like dedicate myself to completing it, since I don't want to make this effort go all to waste.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Always want to put out the best work that you're working on.
Yeah. And I found out, I was like, oh, this was actually this looks like this was actually, you know, it was pretty good. Well, probably out of its time. I haven't watched it in a while. It might be cringe, but when I was making it, I thought it was really good. So I just kept pushing myself to eventually finish and uploading it.
Okay. Interesting. Speaking of which, by the way, Gintoki Nuts, my goat was good. Thank you for the sub, dude. Really appreciate it.
Yo.
Welcome to the stream. Let's continue with the interview. So you basically made tournament content to just, you know, be busy with something, do actually something, you know, productivity during that period. Your first video that sort of, let's say, put you on the map for many people was the how Osu ruined my life video. You did previously have, you know, OWC videos that blew up, but the one where you like where people actually get to know you a bit more and put you on the map is basically that video. How did it feel to finally get a video that like that to blow up for that specific reason?
I think specifically that video is very surreal because I made videos on the fear cheating situation, and that was kind of expected of those videos to be popular. But that Osu video, it was a very personal story, and at the time I didn't feel like people would like resonate or relate to it. So I remember initially I had a lot of anxiety uploading that video because I thought, oh, this is just stupid. No one's gonna like relate to this guy being sad about how Osu like ruined his life. But then I just saw a lot of comments, a lot of support being like, oh, how like relatable it was and how it resonated with them. So I think a video like that really meant a lot to be like the video that blew up.
Yeah.
Like a video that like really like I put a lot of like heart and soul into, and then and I think I feel like with every content creator, if you get like a big video, it definitely just gives you more motivation to continue creating more videos. So
true. The more popular a video gets, you know, it gets more appreciated, the more you have motivation to do something else, experiment. That's usually how with everything it works. But as funny as it sounds, how also ruined your life, do you still enjoy playing the game?
That's a deep question. It's honestly no, because I kind of suck at it now.
Damn.
Like especially standard, like I struggle on fourth like level like 4-star maps. I can't do them anymore.
What the hell?
It's like oh, it's the whole thing of like, oh, I'm not as good as I was before, so my enjoyment kind of died out from it. But I do say like I have been playing Osu Taiko a bit. I've been having fun with that.
Okay, that's interesting.
But I feel like the thing me saying like no, I'm not having fun with Osu, it's probably just it's because of me, not really because of the game. It was like
Yeah, you're just like I don't know. You're
I'm
not
just shit at it
having.
now, you
Yeah,
know.
basically because you're quote unquote shit as you refer to it. You're not having as much fun as you did before, improving and stuff like that. Can't you just use that as like motivation to, get better at the game again? Get to where you were previously and have fun with that? Or do you just
That's
I don't know, just cock block yourself and say fuck
that,
this
that's
shit?
that's true. That's true. I can definitely do that. But I remember, I think before I eventually quit Osu, I was doing that. Like I was pushing myself,
Uh-huh.
and then gaining a lot of PP. But then I think throughout that time of like gaining a lot of PP, I just kind of forced myself and reflected, being like, man, what's the point of this? Like, I don't really enjoy this game that much as I used to anymore.
Yeah.
So what's the point of like continue playing and getting good at a game I don't really like as much anymore? So that was the reality check of making me like stop playing Osu.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so next question is this though. This is I want to say a little interesting one, maybe an uncomfortable one, but back in 2023, you made a video related to a score progression on a map by the name of DJ Mag. You already know.
Yeah.
But while that video was sort of getting traction, on Twitter, a few people decided to just post your video and say stuff like "ew" or like it's uncreative or that people are not getting creative with like documentaries and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So, what were your thoughts on that back then? Did it have like a toll on your mental for content creation? Did you get annoyed or something?
Oh, I mean, I think for me, it's like, not gonna lie, I do agree with like some of the like comments they said, but I think it just pissed me off specifically because that was like a one-off video I made just to
Uh-huh.
promote my Osu skin. So it's just like having people being like, "Oh, ew, this guy's like, being like uncreative and all of that," and saying all this shit about me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't even make these videos. It's like a one-off video. Why? Why am I being the target of this?
Yeah, which was interesting because like there's loads of other, documentary type content creators, and then they specifically targeted
This specifically chose me.
the one time you made one.
One time I make it was like, what? It was like
Yeah,
so many like recognizable figures. Like I know Chaconi was like saying shit about it and all
yeah,
of that. I'm like, what the fuck? Even a top player shitting on me.
yeah. Did it hurt though? Like, did it stung a bit that like people in the community were talking this shit?
Yeah, kinda, cause like I guess you kind of expected better from them. But at the
Yeah,
same time, I don't know them. Like I don't know Chaconi at all,
yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
so it's a bit mixed. But at the end of the day, the person I made an original tweet was actually saying ill to the map, not really my content. He's like, "Oh, I just didn't like DJ Mag, so that's why I said ill to it."
Yeah, funny
Not,
funny enough though, the same person deleted the tweet later. They completely regretted everything they started.
yeah,
So
because the
yeah,
people are getting the wrong message from it.
aren't you supposed to talk to the beat? Okay, sorry, bro. I'm gonna play Freedom Knife. We're gonna talk over that. Okay, sure.
We're gonna talk in 222 BPM.
For real. You do not know. I am not overstreaming 222 BPM. Are you blind?
Yeah.
Just shut the fuck up. You don't know how the game works. But yeah, speaking of things, towards the end of 2023, start of 2024, you slowly but surely switched up your content to my content, specifically, my game. Uh,
Yeah.
what made you do it? What was the drive that made you just try out to like make a video about that game, which is a very very niche, game, if you know what I mean.
It just came to the fact that I really like Maimai. That's all. So I was just like, oh, let me try and make a Maimai video and see how it goes.
Was
And
that
then
as simple as it
it
is?
was, yeah, pretty much that. And then I remember when I uploaded that video, it did really shit. So I was just like, well, I guess I'm just stuck making Osu videos. But then it started picking up, so
yeah,
I just kind of continue with that.
It was a bit interesting as well. But I mean, it's kind of logical that it started picking up because like there aren't really that many videos on that game, so.
Yeah, and then I remember like that was like a beginner's guide, which just has not been done at all.
Yeah. Okay. But let's say this. So you basically said the main reason why you made that video is because you got into the game, it got interesting, right? But
what you cut out?
Oh, what? Oh, I cut out. Okay, so main reason why you got into the game was because it was interesting, you know. But how did you get into that game is the real question. How did you get it into Maimai?
Oh, it's cause it was like after lockdown, my friends and I decided to meet up, and then we were supposed to meet at a restaurant. So we came early, so it was just we just need time to kill. So why not check the arcade? And when we walked in, we saw Maimai there.
Damn. Okay.
And I played for the first time, and I was like, wow, this game is actually amazing, and it kind of went on from there.
It's like a love at first sight type shit.
Yeah, but I actually didn't play it a lot initially because I was like, this game is cool, right? But you have to spend money on it. That sounds stupid, right? But I just saw my friends like having so much fun with it and making new friends. I got a lot of FOMO from it, so I ended up just going to the arcade much more.
Okay. That's kind of funny though. Basically, Basically, your friends got you into a crippling addiction of spending money to play a game.
And like the thing is, I went with 3 people, right? All those 3 people quit the game.
Oh god.
They all quit. I'm the only one left.
Okay, interesting.
Hopefully I can join them though.
How did it feel to get your first few videos to blow up when you switched a bit towards Maimai? Because literally all of them, sort of all of them, kind of blew up, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it definitely gave me a lot more encouragement to pursue Maimai content since I was enjoying, Maimai much more than Osu at the time. So
yeah,
it was just a lot of encouragement, and I guess since it was like, a very new genre, I could like experiment with it more as well. And I don't know, it just also made me a bit more thankful, being like, oh, people actually do want to see my content. So I was happy to see that it was working at the time.
Interesting. Speaking of which, now that you mention, meeting new people, I'm guessing you've met a lot of friends. So how was that experience, meeting new people because of that game?
It's been some meeting friends in Maimai. I feel like I wouldn't have had, like, I guess, a way to connect with people without Maimai. Since I already graduated, like, uni, so I feel like after school, you don't have a lot of opportunities to meet new people. So Maimai just became, like, a really nice outlet for it. And I feel like without Maimai, I wouldn't have met, like, so many like-minded people.
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense. Because, like, once you graduate from uni, there's really not any place you can go to that, you can meet new people other than, I don't know, let's say, join some sort of activity, which you did, as funny as it sounds. Maimai ended up being that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'm still at uni, so I can't really relate at the moment, but I do understand it.
Yeah, you'll see. It's pretty tough out there, honestly, just making connections.
Yeah, we'll see. Speaking of which, how does it feel to sort of be the person to popularize Maimai into the Osu community? I mean, let's say since you started making content about that game, a lot of popular Osu players like Lifeline and even Freddy Benson, I don't know if they played it before, but they did definitely start posting videos of them playing it afterwards. You made content on it. So what's your thoughts on that?
I don't know, I think it's like really cool though. It's like, how do I say it? It's like, I feel like that was the whole point of my videos, to make the game more popular, and turns out it's working, so that's a good thing. It's nice from the fact that like I get, you know, gave the community like a positive like impact, so it's getting more people to play it.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, so this is a funny question. So one of your videos was related to how Maimai went viral on like certain
Yeah.
areas. And you got criticism for quote unquote missing like certain events, one of them being, let's say, the huge tournament that was hosted in Maimai, which raised a ton of like charity, like money for charity.
Yeah.
You were like absolutely destroyed from criticism, and I think even a top player in that game was criticizing you, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, a lot of top players were criticizing me. Yeah, yeah.
Do you think that the criticism was valid, and do you think that the My community kind of, or do you think that maybe the My community went a little overboard with the criticism, or just in general hate?
I think so. If I remember, it was coming from there was like two main points. It was firstly, you know, what you said before. There was a, oh, I forgot to mention the like AGDQ like showcase where they raised like money, and I also didn't like how I added the blue archive clip to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like the first one is like, yeah, fair enough, I guess, because AGGQ is like, you know, a major thing that a lot of people watch. But then the second one, how they said like, oh, I shouldn't add, you know, the blue archive clip, is, you know, it's kind of doesn't make sense because the video is called famous moments in Maimai, or like Maimai, like moments where Maimai became mainstream. And you know, that is a moment that Maimai became mainstream, you
Yeah.
know? Like crazy, this guy added a moment where Maimai went mainstream. Let's just hate on him, I guess.
Lama. I mean, yeah, but I'm guessing it does make sense, but I'm guessing they just didn't want that like that clip to be shown to more people, as already as bad of a reputation it gave it. So
Yeah, that's the one thing, but I feel like, you know, it's like, what is it? It was a moment that, you know, became my mainstream, and I don't think that video would like popularize it even more, I feel like, since a lot of people already know its existence.
yeah.
And then the thing is like, they complain about like how it's like, oh, it ruined the my community, but that's just really just, you know, Twitter overreacting to it, because,
Yeah.
you know, if you've seen the video, most people don't really. If you've seen the video, seen the comments of that video,
Most people
like
didn't
people
really
don't give a
care.
shit about.
Yeah,
Most people didn't give a shit about it. It was just the Twitter people that did.
yeah, it's kind of funny though if you think about it, that like the YouTube comments and like the Twitter community are like two separate sides of like every
Yeah.
single argument. It's actually insane.
Yeah, so
Uh,
it's just like people on YouTube, they didn't really give a shit about it. While people on Twitter were like molding, you know,
yeah.
about it, and then
Do you think that
I
video
don't
made
really like.
you like lose a bit of respect or reputation from that community?
Oh, definitely from like, I feel like the very, what is it? It's like not try hard. I guess the Twitter rhythm game community, yeah, of course. But like at the same time, like I don't like that community.
So
Like I honestly find like the rhythm game Twitter community really annoying. So not a huge loss, I feel like.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
And
You're just not
yeah,
bothered by the hate. So
yeah, I try not to be bothered by like people hating on me.
yeah, that's fair. So as of us, doing this live stream, recording this, your current most popular video is the one where you spend an entire day with one of Maimai's best players. So how
Yeah.
was your experience recording that video? How long did it take? And would you ever maybe consider doing another video like that, but maybe for like a different player from a different rhythm game?
So that video was pretty intense. I feel like, to record. So we had what happened? So we organized it in around July, and then we recorded it in October.
What the
And
hell?
yeah, so I remember I woke up at 7 to go to work, and then after work and at 2, I went to the city to meet up with him. And then that's where like I started recording the thing. I remember there was also, well, this is like secret behind the scenes what happened in the background, but my girlfriend at the time and we fought during the recording of that documentary. So I was like, not gonna lie, I was like pretty depressed for like a part of it.
Oh,
Like
damn.
for the beginning part of the documentary, I was like pretty depressed because I was like, my girlfriend was like mad at me at that time. But then there was a point where he went to the concert, and then he went to the concert, so I got to take a break from recording, and that's when like I got to resolve things with her, so it became good afterwards. So
yeah,
when he came back from the concert, I was in a much better mood, and continue recording from that. And then I think like when it hit like 2 a.m, my brain was just like in survival mode. I was so dead from recording, but I know I had to like continue doing it.
Yeah, because you probably saw the potential this video had in general.
Yeah, I should start on that. I remember I went to Sydney one time and I randomly saw him, and then he's like, "Oh, so I'm just gonna do this thing where I'm just gonna stay up all night and." So I don't have to pay for accommodation, so I can catch my train back. Bro. And that just really fascinated me. And when I told my friend about it, he was like, "Imagine you made a video on it." So I was like, "Shit, that's a good idea."
Yeah, and that's how you made an instant classic.
Yeah.
Should we say?
But yeah, I remember. But going back to the timeline. So yeah, 2 a.m. we went to the other arcade. I was feeling so dead, and then when that arcade closed, we went to the gaming cafe. We sat there for like 5 hours until the next like arcade opened at 9 a.m.
Jesus.
I slept for like 10 minutes in there, and then which was like nothing. But yeah, went back to recording. But it was much more easier there because it felt a bit more chill.
Yeah.
And then when we left the arcade, when we left the gaming cafe and went to the arcade, and then since the arcade's like really loud and shit, I just felt awake. So I was like, all right, I'm like all charged now. I can record this video.
Yeah, like that fake, how should I say, like that fake energy for some reason bringing you back to life.
Yeah. Okay, it's like, okay, I'm awake now.
For real.
It's like I had my 8 hours, I'm awake to record this video.
Would you ever consider doing that type of vid for maybe like I said previously, like a different player for like a different rhythm game maybe?
I feel I want to, but it's so hard because no one is like as interesting as like Whoop, the guy I record the video on, because it's such a unique. That's like a person you'll see once in your lifetime.
Yeah.
Like no one in the world will be like him. That's so dedicated that he'll go and stay up like the whole night just to play a rhythm game.
True.
I had some ideas, but I haven't really pursued them yet since I wanted to focus on my new content. But I would still definitely be down to make something like the Whoop documentary again, because it was a lot of fun recording and making it, even though I was like dying on the inside.
Yeah, that's fair. Do you think that you maybe earned back the respect of some people because of that specific video?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
You don't know for sure though.
I don't know for sure. People on the internet don't forget. But I feel like the people that I pissed off with that was it moments when Maimai went mainstream, I probably don't like them anyway, so it's all good.
Yeah, it's still all good. It's mainly a net positive because of that video.
Yeah, it's just the Twitter people that hate me, which I don't really care about them. Yeah. They're all annoying.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So, bringing it back to Osu a little bit. So, your last video related to Osu has been uploaded quite literally half a year ago, 6 months ago specifically.
Oh.
So, what's the reason that you stopped all of a sudden with Osu content? Is it mainly because you're not having fun with the game, or what is it?
It's because I think it's mainly that I wasn't having a lot of fun with the game, and because I wasn't having a lot of fun, I felt like a lot of my Osu content was really negative.
Uh-huh.
And I know a lot of people tell me like about how I shouldn't continue making these, like, I guess, negative videos.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw that as a reason to probably stop, since I didn't really have anything really positive to say about the game, or like have any positive experiences. And then I wasn't even playing the game itself. So
yeah, you just didn't want to spread negative energy in general with how you felt with the game, so you tried to change it up a bit. That's completely fair. That's honestly completely fair. Nobody wants to be stuck in that cycle of, negative energy all the time.
But yeah, there's a lot of content creators that are like,
they just force themselves
got popular
to do that.
because of they got popular because of the game, and now they hate it. They constantly just talk shit about that game.
True. But speaking of which, do you plan to maybe continue making also videos in the future, despite your current state with it?
I feel like that just depends on like if I get any good ideas with Osu, but I feel like that's very unlikely.
There's still definitely opportunities though, like let's say the 2000 pp barrier that just got broken. Like there's loads of video ideas you can think of that, like the map itself.
Yeah, that's true.
How let's say here's a map, like a video idea already, but like how the map itself isn't just like a PP record for one singular person, rather that difficulty that he got the PP record on. It's literally a collaboration like map. It's made by multiple mappers.
Oh yeah, it's the songs compilation.
Yeah, yeah, but it's the lower difficulty, so it's the one difficulty made by multiple mappers. So it's literally like it literally feels like a group project, which is funny enough.
But yeah, I feel like Osu as a game doesn't really interest me that much anymore. Like I feel like even with the 2000 PP barrier record, like I saw a clip on it, and I was like, okay, that's cool, and then moved on from it.
Yeah, okay. Fair.
I feel like if it was 3 years ago, if I saw it, I would be like, whoa, no way, it happened.
Yeah, but you're like,
and now I'm just like, oh,
you just don't really.
That's cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that though.
Nah, it's okay, bro. It's okay. If you don't have an interest, that's fair though. Okay, let's move on to something interesting now. So now we're moving on to your third change that you recently made in content. So 2 months ago, you decided to make a complete 180 turn on your content and made a video related to a completely different game, not even a rhythm game, but the name of Needy Streamer Overload. So not a lot of content creators make that drastic shift in their content and topics usually. They just stick to whatever their niche is. What made you want to make that video?
The feelings I said about Osu, it's kind of existing with Maimai a bit. I'm getting a little bit sick of Maimai, not gonna lie.
Oh god.
But I don't know, it's just getting a little sick of a bit of Maimai, and then because I thought about quitting my channel all the way back in October. I remember thinking that I filmed a Whoop documentary and then leave it at that. Because the harsh reality is that I don't think making rhythm game content is sustainable, in the sense of that I would be able to grow and make it like YouTube a full-time thing, for example.
Yeah.
I think it came from the fact of that I was actually working at a job at the time, and I actually hated it. So I guess I always use YouTube as a way, like an outlet to, imagine that maybe if this came full time, I get to do something that I enjoy instead of doing all these other office jobs that I don't like. So to make that, you know, dream a reality, I felt like I had to, you know, pivot away from rhythm game content, because I don't think it's just like popular enough yet that it can, you know, become a sustainable thing. So that's, you know, so I decided to, you know, kind of, I had to suck it up and make the change, or I'd like have my channel, you know, die out making rhythm game content. And then, you know, even if like, you know, the Needy Streamer Overdose video didn't go well, or my other videos didn't go well, it's like, even if my channel died, at least I died trying, I felt like.
Yeah.
So that was my mentality of that. I could keep making rhythm game content and then, you know, not really get anywhere, or try something new, and then if my channel dies out, then at least I try dying. So that's where I ended up pushing myself to make that Needy Streamer Overdose video. Because the funny thing is that video, I actually started the script last year, but I never finished it.
Year.
Yeah.
God damn, you were
all the way
stalling
back
on that
in
idea.
May. Yeah, all the way back in May.
That is insane. You were stalling on that idea for a while.
Yeah. And I was like, oh shit, what new content should I make? And it's like, oh, I had that Needy Streamer Overdose video I was wanted to work on.
And then you just continue doing that.
Yeah, I like had to change up the script completely, and then continue from there.
Yeah, so speaking of which, did you have any like doubts of this video doing any numbers before you uploaded it?
Oh, I mean, I was expecting it to flop. I mean, I came into it knowing, like, thinking that it'll flop. So
yeah, with very low expectations, pretty much.
Like the very low expectations, probably like maybe like 2,000 views max kind of thing. Because I was thinking, okay, I can make this video now, and then if it doesn't flop, I'll continue making videos, because it's like I would, you know, build up a portfolio of these new video game essay videos that people can watch back. So that video was kind of a plan just to have in my backlog. Then, you know, maybe more people will like see my new content, and then they'll go back and see that, you know, Needy Streamer Overdose video and be like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, okay, that's interesting. So, were you surprised when that video ended up being one of your most viewed videos on your channel?
Yeah, I still am now.
Like, to this day?
But yeah, to this day, yeah, because I felt like, especially releasing after the Whoop documentary, you would expect, you know, people want to see and would expect another like Maimai video or another documentary, but I did something completely different.
Yeah.
And then I feel like those people probably didn't watch it, but it also, you know, brought in a new audience.
Yeah, completely.
Which is kind of the plan, yeah.
A completely brand new audience, like a 180 switch. So yeah, makes sense. But yeah, speaking of which, so what made you continue to experiment with those types of videos and like different games? I mean, your audience is just like quickly related to rhythm game community, yet you managed to you know, keep up the pace with completely different types of games as well.
Yeah, I think it's just seeing the initial success of the Needy Streamer Overdose video that, you know, just gave me like so much more confidence. It allowed me to see that this could be this could work. And then this was a good idea to like try to branch out to something new. So I ended up, you know, trying to figure out another idea relating towards that, relating towards Needy Streamer Overdose.
Yeah.
Because my plan is to make videos like kind of related to anime or Japanese culture, because I feel like a lot of people that play Maimai, a lot of people play Osu will be interested in that. So I remember just looking at hot new games right now and trying to find a game through that, and that's when I saw MiSide and thought, oh, this is like an anime game. This will be perfect to make a video on.
Speaking of which, that's literally my next question. So how did you like come up with the idea for the Yandere Simulator versus MiSide video?
Yeah, so what I said before, I was just scrolling down Steam and I saw MiSide, and then that made me think of that one tweet where they're talking about how MiSide was like did way better than Yandere Dev. And then I started to look into the game, and then look into the game, and then kind of use that tweet as like the base point of like trying to compare these two games together.
Interesting.
And I think that's what I did well, because I was just sitting on Yandere Dev, and then I saw a lot of videos where they just, you know, say the same shit about Yandere Dev, saying how incompetent he is, and then they get like 1 million views. So I was thinking, oh, I could do the same thing.
Have you seen the code for like Yandere Simulator, bro? Oh my god. If else, bro. No, bro. The funniest thing, I saw a tweet where he did that exact same thing, but for like odd and even numbers. I was dying, bro.
It was like programming like a clock or something.
Like for odd and even numbers, bro. I fucking die laughing seeing that.
Yeah. And then there's like the characters was like, oh, if they have blue eyes, or else if they have red eyes, or else they have green eyes. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. My favorite coding tactic, just spamming if else's. Yeah. Surely there's like nothing else you can do. But yeah, did you enjoy the creation of that video? You know, the creation process.
Yeah, I say so. I think it made, I guess, the researching part really interesting, since I got to, you know, since the Yandere Sim has been, I guess you can say, my childhood, since I watched a lot as a kid. So revisiting that was really fun. And then also the different style of editing, like with MiSide, like I don't know, when I make videos on individual games, I kind of use their style for like how it looks, like specifically the font types. I use the fonts they use in the game to like kind of stylize my videos.
Interesting.
To be related towards the game. So it's just been like a much more way more refreshing to make videos on different games, since I get to talk about different topics. Since with my Maimai videos, I would like have to do like a brief summary of like Maimai every video. That would just like, I don't know, that would just like make me want to die inside.
Yeah, fair enough, honestly. Fair enough. Speaking of which though, so this is a funny question. What are your thoughts on Yandere Simulator as a game in general, and do you think, as funny as this sounds, that the game will ever recover?
So, I mean, not gonna lie, I played the game for the video, and then I thought, you know, the game wasn't actually too bad, honestly.
Bro, what?
It was okay. I say.
You meant like the concept,
it's more
right?
like kind of the concept, and the game ran decently, because I thought the game would be like run like hot garbage and that, but no, it actually ran pretty decently, and then it looked decent as well.
The thing is,
but
what specifications do you have? That's the real question. Like on the
I do have a gaming PC, yeah. I mean, a 2060 Super i7.
Okay, yeah,
87K.
That explains it. Okay.
It's pretty powerful, but then it's like, you know, I had really low expectations playing, like going to Yandere Simulator, but then playing it, I thought it was pretty decent. But I feel like the gameplay itself kind of sucks in a sense of that.
Oh damn! Okay.
It's just not really fun to play, but I feel like a lot of things run pretty decently, and it has a lot of features. So.
Yeah, as for like the recovery of the game, let's be real, I think it will never recover, mainly because of like
it will definitely never recover, but he has a lot of diehard fans.
Mainly because of the controversy from like you know, the dev. You probably know that, right?
Yeah, he said some funny thing to that
PDF file, should we say?
Yeah. I mean, those leaked Snapchat screenshots are like the funniest shit I ever read.
Yeah, dude. Like, what the hell was that?
Like, It's like, oh yes, so being 17 is 94% of being 18. So it's 94% okay of being attracted to a 17-year-old.
Yeah, what the fuck was that,
Like,
bro?
bro is not cooking. Bro is
Bro,
not cooking there.
bro just put himself in jail, bro. Goddamn. Uh, okay. By the way, do you potentially plan on making videos on like other games that aren't just related to anime or anything? Like, for example, maybe the recent success of like Schedule One, the game, and how that has been like shaping up the gaming community. Or maybe let's say Undertale and its incredible story and like how it has like multiple endings and stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel like I'll do games that like would interest me. And then yeah, would interest me, and then I guess also being a YouTuber, I do have to follow trends as well. So I
Yeah.
guess if a new game comes out that interests me, I might make a video on it. Because
Yeah.
you mentioned Scheduled One, right?
Yeah, Schedule One.
I don't even know what that is. That's a game, right?
Wait, you don't know? Oh
Wait,
shit. Okay, so
wait, let me look
Schedule
it up.
One, Schedule One is basically like a game with like very indie game, by the way. I think since it's made by one person. With
Oh
some
my
goofy
god, really
graphics,
popular.
and it's basically like a cocaine drug recreating like simulator, and you basically throughout the
Yo,
city you have to like deal shit, and it's
wait,
like
this looks kind of sick.
yeah, it's a very funny game and like it has like very goofy mechanics. Some people have even managed to like hit like trick shots in that game, which is funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess for me it's just like I'm not really too deep with my like idea process. It's just whatever I find interesting or whatever comes to me that I can make a video on.
Yeah. But other than that, Undertale will definitely fit your like theme for the channel for sure. Because like the lore behind that game is absolutely insane, and I think a lot of people, even that are like not like like some people from the anime community will definitely be interested in stuff like that. Even though Undertale is not quite an anime game, but it still has
I
I
feel
don't
like
know that appeal, if you know what I mean.
yeah, but I feel like there's already been so many like Undertale like video essays and reviews that it feels a bit oversaturated. I feel like there's nothing you can really add to Undertale since it's been overdone.
Okay, yeah, someone just commented in chat.
Yeah, because I feel like the videos I was making, like the games I was making videos on, they had like a unique perspective. Like, Needy Streamer Overdose wasn't really about the game itself, it was more about the fandom and how to perceive it.
Yeah,
And then the MiSide video was about comparing it to Yandere Simulator.
yeah. Well, yeah. Technically, your videos weren't really, a deep dive into the story. They were like more like a overall topic related to the game, whether the community or just a
Yeah,
comparison. Uh,
yeah.
okay. So speaking of which, how was your personal experience with that game? Oh wait, no, wait. What the fuck? I skipped the question. No, what I wanted to ask was going to ask you the opposite question of this, by the way. So you recently made a video on a visual novel, Love Class of 09 or Online,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it. That
Yeah,
is specifically
Class
a visual novel. So maybe do you plan on, even though you're not really interested, but would you make videos on like other visual novels as well?
Other visual novels, I guess it depends what other visual novels interest me.
I mean, for example, this really like one of the more popular and more praised visual novels is one called The House of Fata Morgana. Fata Morgana, I think, something like that. It's a very popular visual novel. You can definitely check it out for yourself if you want to. But the lore in that game dives really deep, and a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, enjoy it. Like to some people, it's even like praised to the point it's better than like anime series or manga series like Berserk or Vagabond or stuff like that. Would you ever consider on maybe doing videos on
I
that?
mean, I'm definitely open to video game ideas because even though what is it? make videos on video games. I don't really keep up with video games or play video games that much.
Yeah. Ah, shit.
So I'm always, yeah, I'm always like down to like see like get different video ideas or I mean get video game suggestions. I mean,
Yeah.
see if I check them out.
Okay, that's fair.
So I'll
That's
definitely
fair.
look into that.
Yeah, so you would definitely be open to checking out some more visual novels then.
Yeah, more visual novels. I thought about doing Slay the Princess as one of them. I never played the game before, but it looks very interesting.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, so speaking of which, now that we mentioned the Love Class 09, how was your personal experience with that game? How did you discover it? Was it weird at first, maybe?
Oh, Class of 09. I remember I saw a random YouTube video by Dantes, the League streamer.
Dantes?
And
what the fuck?
yeah, because he was doing a playthrough for the game, and I saw that. I was like, and then the intro scene of Class of 09, that got me hooked instantly. That intro scene is actually like peak.
Oh.
Where she was talking about how she hates her life, and then complaining about her dad like kill himself. And I feel like the one line where he's like,
in game.
in game, yeah. He game ended himself. Yeah. So when the dad game ended himself, and then the line where she was saying that he hung his suicide note on a cookie monster magnet on a fridge. I think that was just like so funny.
Yeah. Did you find it weird though, like the game? Or were you just instantly hooked and you wanted to try it out?
I was instantly hooked.
Damn, okay.
I didn't really find it too weird because I did mention in the video the game is a pretty decent representation of what teenagers are.
Yeah, nowadays.
Just like fucking feral people.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, now that we mentioned like this, will you ever continue making videos about rhythm games in general? Since you kind of sort of try to put it on the side at the moment.
Oh, you say rhythm games, right?
Yeah, rhythm games. Yeah, rhythm games.
Yeah, sorry, you cut out for a bit. But rhythm games, maybe. Okay. If something... I feel like just my video ideas is just like, if something interests me, then I would make videos on it.
Okay, that's
like
fair.
the whole documentary like if I want to make another documentary, then I'll definitely be down, and it'll probably be another rhythm game video. So maybe you'll see another rhythm game documentary by me.
Interesting. Okay, that's fair. That's cool. A rhythm game documentary. Have you ever thought of maybe trying out some like other rhythm games? Let's say, I don't know, like on the top of my head, I just thought of like a Dance of Fire and Ice.
I mean, not gonna lie, even though I consider myself, or like other people consider me like a rhythm game channel, I actually don't like a lot of rhythm games, not gonna lie.
What the hell?
I might be a surprise. I might be a fraud by like admitting that. Because a lot of time with rhythm game, like people that like rhythm games, they like every rhythm game. But for me, I'm just like, no. Every rhythm game's not equal. Like some are good, some are shit.
Yeah.
So
okay, that's fair.
I don't really find myself making videos on other rhythm games because I feel like Maimai is the one I have like the strongest interest and passion about.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we've pretty much mentioned like your entire channel and all of your videos, we need this question to be answered ASAP, and the reason why.
Okay.
What is your favorite? What is your all-time favorite video that you have worked on, and why?
Oh, I mean, pretty obvious. It's a documentary.
Yeah. Okay.
Pretty. 100% documentary. It was fun to film. The person that I filmed with, Whoop, he's a good friend, so I enjoy just hanging out with him in general and talking to him and learning more about him. So we had that really deep conversation in the gaming cafe at like 4 a.m. in the morning. And yeah, I don't know, I just wanted to put like everything in that video, like my like heart and soul.
Yeah, I mean,
I I believe in that video so much that I was willing to like risk my health for it.
Yeah, I was guessing that it was going to be that, but I think just in case, I just wanted to ask
Just in case.
what would be your
What was
second favorite then? What would be your second
second
favorite?
one? Fuck, that's hard. I feel like the ones that like I have some sort of like I said some sort of personal story towards, like the how Osu ruined my life, and then
Oh,
the
interesting.
Maimai variant of it, how Maimai ruined my life, or like how to justify your rhythm game addiction, because that one, those videos I used to put like everything into, but in a different way.
Yeah.
I put more like emotion to it and how I feel. Like I made myself really vulnerable in those videos, which is kind of scary because making yourself vulnerable to the internet, you're like bound to get shit on.
Yeah, true.
And it will hurt. It will hurt even more if it's like something that means a lot to you.
Yeah, you'll be like, "Oh no, I just said an opinion. It's over. I'm cooked." Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
yeah.
I kind of. So I did, see people shitting on those videos, and it did. I think it definitely like it hurts more than like other times people shit on my videos.
Yeah, because like when you then shit on a personal personal video of yours, then it's like you're diving into his personal shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're directly talking shit to him about.
Yeah, but like the thing is, even though like the bad stuff like is amplified, the good stuff is also amplified as well. Like,
true.
There's some comments saying that like, oh, they really resonated with this video. It really meant a lot that they watch a video like this, so they can like kind of reflect on their lives and like how they can improve. So I thought those ones were like really meaningful to me reading those comments.
Okay, yeah. Honestly, that's fair. Like, those types of comments always mean the most out of everyone.
Yeah.
There's always a net positive and this net negative to everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
the positives are amplified and the negatives are amplified.
Yeah, but I'm guessing the amplified net positive it was like worth it though, right?
Yeah, it was worth it because like the people that showed in the video, I don't even like them anyway.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you cannot change like the opinions or just thoughts of people like that. If they decided to hate you, very rarely will they actually change their opinion on you or actually give another shot to you about that.
Oh, there's like so many. I don't know it's like how many, but there is like a couple of like people that like pretty like decently known in my community that don't like me.
Huh.
Like apparently I heard that like there's a Vietnamese group chat that like hates my guts. Apparently.
What the hell?
I'm like, bro, I just make videos.
Like what did I do? What did I do?
Yeah. But I kind of noticed like those type of people are like the really sweaty tryhards. Like people like my players. I'm like, I don't even like them in the first place, so
yeah, I do understand.
It's whatever.
I do understand that. So let's move on to the next question. So what are your main goals that you have for this year, 2025?
What's that? Oh, you cut out again.
God damn it, Discord.
Yeah.
Main
We're
goal...
like in other sides of the country. It's so hard.
Nah, it's mainly Discord, bro. Fuck Discord for that. But Discord, what are your main goals that you have for this? Main goals that you have for this year? Oh my god. Discord.
Okay, I heard that. Main goals for the year. I heard that. Main goals, it would be, I mean, YouTube related or life related.
I said like for this year, for like YouTube mainly. Let's start off with YouTube.
YouTube, definitely just like the main goal is just keep creating, keep making more videos, keep making stuff I like, and then hopefully that's like the main one, and then I guess the arbitrary goals of like numbers and stuff, I guess.
Yeah, number goals. Let's say that.
I don't really. I mean, 100k would be nice, but I don't think I'll get it by this year. But I guess the whole idea of just continually growing and then being consistent, just being like keep growing, being consistent, and hopefully I can reach that like ultimate goal of like 100,000 subscribers. and then
the big
1
goal.
million, the big goal, yeah. So I feel like YouTube is just like, it's such a long game, so you gotta, I guess, work on these small goals and keep growing.
True.
That's that's the main one.
Yeah, you always gotta improve at a slow but steady state.
Slow and steady state, yeah.
Yeah, you cannot just be
because
stale.
There's also like the idea of like, oh, you can grow too fast because, you know, when you grow too fast, you also die really quickly as well.
Yeah.
Since people will probably only watch you for this like one gimmick, and then when that gimmick's gone, they will fucking leave. So.
Sure. I mean, that's with everything, to be honest. Like, that's with everything. Like, they will say, oh, you rise too fast, you'll just fall off quickly. But nah. It's not always the case. It's not always the case. If you know how to maintain, if you know how to maintain that audience, it will never really be the case.
Yeah.
But yeah, what about...
That's also true as well.
What about IRL goals then, since you mentioned that you want to talk about that as well?
IRL goals. I just mainly move out, get a job.
Move out, get a job. Like, crazy unemployed behavior.
Okay, yeah, unemployed behavior. That's how I could like make a lot of videos now because I'm unemployed.
Real.
So, I mean, this year was like pretty rough for me because I lost my job.
Oh damn.
I lost my graphic design job. So, I mean, I hate that job in the first place, but that also sucks because I don't know, I don't get money or experience. But
wait,
like,
did you leave like on your own, or did they fire you?
No, they fired me because like I hate that job so much. The manager could see that, like, you know, when I go to work, I just look like myself. Like,
oh damn.
I just, you know, that job. I mean, it was decent, but
not worth for
it was
mental.
not what I want. Yeah, I'm not good for my mental. It's not what I wanted. And then my manager was like very unlikable as well. I hated like seeing him every day. And then yeah, so I got fired from that, and then my girlfriend and I broke up as well. So I was like, oh shit, it's kind of like a reset now.
Yes.
And then
speaking of which, I saw like on your what was it, the love class of 09 video. Was that message from your girlfriend, like the one that the night?
No,
because like that shit was funny, low key, bro. What the hell was that? Like that one message. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
I know about that message. For anyone that doesn't know, that like that message was a girl saying that she doesn't want to date me anymore because I didn't watch anime. So that's actually another girl. So it wasn't the girlfriend I broke up with this year. It was but it was someone I dated last year.
Oh my god! So it was an actual experience of yours. It
is real. It is 100% real. I'll show you the DMs.
I mean, you don't have to show it. It's already like on the video and stuff. But the fact that it's real, it's actually kind of funny.
Yeah, I shared it to Birch because he DM'd me, be like, no way, just
yeah. I mean,
read the whole thing. Read the whole thing.
There. Wait, you're sending it?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Okay, you probably have to censor the name if you show it on stream, but
nah, I'm not gonna show it on stream, but I do want to see it.
Yeah, I sent it.
Let me see.
You want to read it?
I'll read it. I mean, it's already on the video, right? Hello, good morning. Do you want to hang out this week if you're free? I want to know what you're thinking. Like where to go, right? Because I have not told you that I won't have a relationship with someone who doesn't watch anime. I mean, I watched some anime before. I just haven't been keeping up with it. I did what I did was delicious in dungeon like you recommend. I did was delicious in dungeon like you recommended. Watch.
Yeah.
Oh, I watched. I did watch Delicious in Dungeon like you recommended. Okay. What the fuck is this? You're younger than me, which means that you may not know what you really want. Just Realm Games couldn't support a relationship. But anime can. To me, it is. Factors like getting along with the person doesn't matter. So I said it is the minimum requirement. It's okay that you're not interested in that, or you're just not suitable for each other. But that's so strange to have that as a deciding factor. Like I would have
Oh,
started watching some anime before you. Oh
dude,
my god, that is so funny. That is so
that's
funny,
like
bro. How the hell did
she's
you?
25. She's
How
25.
the fuck did you manage to meet a person like that? That is insane. That
Bro,
is
fucking Maimai. Don't. It's a Maimai.
my
Don't.
moment.
Yeah, don't date Maimai, guys.
Oh my god, that
Oh
was
my
so
god.
funny to read. What a
No, actually, not. It's not Maimai people. Don't date anime people. If you watch anime, red flag.
nah
Sorry,
nah nah
Stu.
nah. It's like nah. That the thing is though, like you manage to meet like the 0.5% of people that are like obsessed with anime, and they wouldn't talk with anyone who just doesn't talk with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I know a lot of people that
Yeah,
watch anime, so like it's really
but
not that
they're
deep.
like normal, right?
Like of course, bro. What do you mean?
They're normal, not like, all right, we have to talk about anime every day, kind of
Yeah, I
thing.
mean, literally, like my friend group, like all of them have watched anime or still watch anime, and they don't usually talk about it 24/7. Like
Yeah.
once every 2 months or some shit. You know what I mean? Like that one topic.
Yeah, I mean, anime is not that deep to like constantly talk about it every day.
Yeah, it's like movies. Like you eventually talk about a movie like you've mutually watched. You know what I mean? Or a TV
Yeah.
series. So yeah, it's pretty much the same. But yeah, will you ever get back into streaming? I know you said you didn't really enjoy it, but would you ever consider doing it?
Honestly,
Like playing other
I
games
have
maybe?
because yeah, I have been considered streaming because since I'm playing all these different video games and making views on them, like essays on them, it definitely does seem like a more like I guess viable option.
Uh-huh.
Because my issue was like streaming Osu, it just felt boring because it was like kind of doing the same thing over and over again. But
Yeah.
I feel like streaming like different games will be pretty cool, even though it won't be like consistent as streaming one game.
Yeah.
But that's definitely something I might consider in the future. So
Yeah, just
for
for
like
fun, you
the
know.
10 for like the 10 Saow like viewers that watch my streams, be excited for the future.
Oh shit, that's one of that. I'm one of those 10. Let's go.
Yeah, you're on the 10. You're on the 10. Be
Yeah.
excited. Be excited.
Yeah,
It might
let's
happen.
go. Let's go. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Okay.
Oh, we're
Uh,
back.
this may sound funny, but do you potentially plan to go to COE this year, or maybe like in the future?
I'm planning to, if everything goes well, I plan to go this year. I might make a appearance this year
Yo, let's
if
go.
everything goes well.
I mean, I don't remember if there was like I mean there is an arcade at COE, but I don't remember if there was like my on it.
Oh yeah, there was an arcade, but like it's like oh fuck no, I'm not gonna play My over. I'm not gonna go overseas just to play My. Fuck no.
Yeah, I mean yeah,
I
I
gotta do
haven't
other
tried it
things. I
though.
gotta do other things.
Yeah, it's mainly just socializing, talking with people, like hanging out, having fun, mainly that.
Yeah, that's what I would mainly want to do. Maybe I'll play My like maybe I'll play My View just to show it out, or like anyone else I'll be interested in it. But
Yeah, no, mainly
like
people go there
my
to
friend
for like the social aspect.
my
Your friend?
my friend that went there last year, he just played My after the whole fucking COE. He was like hogging the
Bruh.
My machine. I'm like,
What the hell?
what's the point?
Interesting. Okay. Okay, so we're now going towards the end of the interview, so last thing that I just want to ask. Any hints towards future videos, future plans that you have?
Future videos, future plans.
Yeah.
I don't know, not really. I mean, the next video is not about video game. Say that.
Okay, interesting.
So that might be interesting. Who knows? That's a hint.
Okay.
But apart from that, oh, I have thought of making like using my second channel for more things.
Oh
So
yeah,
you know,
yeah. Dude, I completely forgot
so
you have one. Yeah, you do have a
I
second
have a
channel.
second channel. I might make more shit posts there. So like even if I'm not making my content in the main channel anymore, I might make some like smaller my videos in the second channel or shit posts. I also thought of making a slop channel, like slop videos as well. So
Oh god, swap videos. We're gonna talk about internet topics. Ain't no way.
yeah, internet topics, but like I'll do what Dolan Dark, how he
Yeah.
does it, where he makes it 1 minute long. I think of doing that.
Welcome back to Slop Life.
Thank you for slopping by.
Yeah. Bro, it's funny
I
that
can.
like he really covers them like the videos well in like 1 minute or less maybe, which is crazy.
So yeah, maybe if like BTMC makes like a tweet that pisses people off, I can make a video on that and then make it 1 minute. Boom.
Easy views, easy views.
Easy video, easy views.
Easy views, easy
1
video.
minute max, 1 hour maximum will take.
Yeah, that's funny.
I just
Actually, kind of crazy that a fucking Australian person would mention Dylan Dark, bro. Of course.
yeah.
He is Australian as well, if I remember correctly.
Oh, Dolan's New Zealand.
Oh, New Zealand? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, it's pretty much the same thing.
pretty much the same thing, yeah.
Thank you for slopping by.
For real. But yeah, what I'm gonna say is that's pretty much the end of it. So you've went through all these 35 questions, my guy, adding an extra one at the end as well. 36 technically.
Yeah.
So yeah,
36.
thank you for coming by, Sal. Hope you had a fun time with the Beat Talk podcast. This will be uploaded on YouTube as well, even though this was streamed on Twitch only.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, this is the
Let's go.
first time ever. This is only like the first time ever it was streamed on Twitch, like a different platform, and wasn't just directly uploaded on YouTube. Because previously I used to just stream it on YouTube or multi-stream it one time, as I did with the Strawberry episode.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is gonna be the first ever episode I have to physically upload. Like, but that's going to be towards later towards the day, because I'll be busy. But I'll definitely try to upload it today. That's for sure.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. It was very, very fun being here. I'd like to do something like this again.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Like, towards more success, of course, more fun, interesting stories. Maybe even, maybe even some other theme topic, not just, like an interview would be fun to do. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching today's episode 8. We're gonna continue with the podcast even more. Stay tuned. I'm trying to get in contact with some interesting guests. That's all I can say. I'm not gonna say who. But once I do get in contact and arrange an episode, you'll just see an announcement. That's all I can say. There won't be like a consistent schedule because I'm busy with other stuff as well, not just the podcast itself. But yeah, stick around. That's all I can say. It's gonna be interesting. So yeah, bye bye everyone. So say as well.
Bye.
Bye bye.